Okay, so let's see if this is working now because good morning. Don't you just love brand new software? I'm not sure I do. Anyway, well, I do, except that it's not always easy to figure some things out. Okay, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. Hello, beautiful soul. It's been a journey, and gosh, I'm not sure this is going to work, but what I want to share with you today is a culmination of 4.5 months of intense planning, organizing, reorganizing, transition, and a humongous learning curve because we used to have our crystal boutique on one e-commerce platform and now it's on another one, and little did I know that it was going to be so all encompassing. And as of Friday, oh my gosh, this is September 19th, so the 17th on Friday, I actually finished transitioning from the old place to the new place virtually online, and spent the last 2 days invested, I don't like to say spent, but invested the last 2 days in organizing things in such a way that would help you hopefully find the crystals and the sales and the what's new and different kinds of things, and condense some other listings and whatnot to make it easier. So it's like, oh my gosh, because as an empath, an energy sensitive, I tend to get overwhelmed, and it's like, all right, so how do I make it easier if I were to come here and look for things? So in the future over here, I'm hoping that you can see this, to the left of where it says crystals A through K, we will have probably a sale or what's new, or maybe not, I don't know yet. For right now, angels, crystals A through K can be seen here under this one, and then crystals L through Z. And yes, we had like 4 different ones just a few days ago, but what I wanted to do was to have everything, and recently my guides gave me the name of, or a way to describe the different varieties or kinds of crystals, and they wanted to be called species. So the different crystal species, so amethyst. And if I went ahead, and I had for a while had all the amethyst lumped in one big collection, and it was like, okay, so how do I find the different ones without having to go through 3 or 4 or 5, 6 different pages here on this virtual showcase, right? This virtual boutique. So amethyst, every kind of amethyst that's in this boutique is now under amethyst. And so how would you get there? So you go to amethyst if you know what you're looking for, and if you don't, that's okay. But amethyst flowers, mini cathedrals, amethyst with pyrite, and it takes you right there. Let me get that bar out of here. Okay, so agate, even if you're not familiar with all of them, and Lord knows it's a learning process for me every time I go to a show or work with one of my suppliers, ethically sourced suppliers that I've been working with for a few years. And then I do the research, but that's another story for another time. So agate, even you don't have to know exactly what you're looking for. If you do, hopefully this makes it easier, so that you can, it's like, okay, agate. Most of us are familiar with that, but what is agate? Druzy, banded agate, so forth. Amazonite. Now, all the Amazonite is, what we have here. We have some natural, we have some towers, and some beautiful palm stones. And that's what's available in the boutique for Amazonite right now. So you can go back, aquamarine, azurite, malachite, then we have another. So you just drag your mouse or your cursor or your finger, depending upon where you are, over, and then scroll down. Okay, so orchid calcite, for example. This is what we have right now. in the boutique. So what other kinds of calcite? And we're just going to do this so that you really get a feel for it. Stellar beam. What is that? Something I discovered at the April shows. It's also known as golden yellow dogtooth calcite. So what happens, you click on one and it tells you if there's a sale on, and it's usually an automatic taken at the checkout kind of a sale. So if we have one of those going on, you will see as soon as you do the add to cart part that the discount, whether it's 10 or more percent, 25%, automatically taken. And we've added a new feature to help you discover other pieces, other crystals that may resonate with you. Now, if you don't want any of these, you just click the little box right here, okay? And you can add the selected piece and go, well, okay, there we go. All right, now we haven't added anything because I just want to share with you how to navigate this, to work around it and make it easy. So what else do we have? Oh, and we've got jaspers. Look at all the different jaspers. Well, what's plum blossom? Well, there we go. There's plum blossom. That's all we have. Here's the cool part about what, in my humble opinion, that we do here, we meaning my crystal guides and I, is that when we shop, whether it's video shopping with my trusted ethically sourced suppliers or I get to go in person, is I only get the pieces, the shapes, and the quantities that I am guided to get. So I might get maybe 24 of something, and yet I might only get 2 or 3 or 4 of something. So if you're seeing anything in the boutique, please don't hesitate, because it might not be there next time. So in the Z through K, did we do all of these guys? All right, so we went all the way down to K, Kunzite. Just real quick. That's the Kunzite. So here are the other shapes. Lemurian seeds, and in a few days I'm going to actually unpack the box that I received from my Brazilian supplier, and we have some small Lemurian, and what I mean by small, petite Lemurian laser wands, and we'll get to that hopefully very soon. So we have mica, that should be here now. There we go. There's our mica in quartz. Beautiful, beautiful. Okay, so moonstone. All the moonstone, rather than looking for black moonstone or green moonstone, which is what garnierite is, or peach or rainbow, all the moonstone stones are right in this place, right here. We have a couple of obsidian and some black and green opal. Now quartz, this one is humongous. Do you have to know the name of something? No, come and look and discover, and hopefully this way, rather than going through and trying to figure out what it is you want to find, there are different ways to find things. So this is under quartz. All of these guys are under quartz because they are quartz. Aragonite is a form of quartz, some of it. And then we have tourmaline. And look at these beautiful red tourmaline. These are in citrine matrix right now. Well, they're going to be there forever. I don't mean by like right now that it's never going to change, right? All right. So we also changed this over from something that called collections to shapes. In the days ahead, and I don't know exactly when, because I've got a lot of catching up to do. We've got more crystals to put in: dragon's blood jasper, wolfenite, menelite, and aventurine, just from the shows that happened earlier this month. Feels like a long time ago. But if you were wanting a cluster, so now all the clusters, this you would want to take your time and just really look at or go through. There are lots of pages of just crystals that are in cluster form. Okay? And then we have palm stones, points. Raw means unpolished and raw. So this is its natural form. Okay, the Vanadinite, one category or collection. We've got Kunzite, one piece of carborundum, and one piece of malachite in Kunzite. Let's just see this if we can see. One of the things I really enjoy about this is you can get a little bit more of a close-up, and you can click on any one of the images. So see, this is a malachite, and then you can kind of get a feel for this as purpley, and then it's got more malachite down here, and it sparkles in the sunlight. Oh, you get the idea. Okay, so and intentions. We left this one alone, and in the chakra stones, we have crystals divided up or separated into the different chakras. So life purpose, for example, you might, and soul path, these are the crystals that would help you with that. Okay. And then our apothecary is growing. We have more smudge bundles to bring in, 5 different kinds. But the idea is that hopefully, is that you can see things, find things more easily. And then our jewelry or bracelet section. And I put the selenite bowl in here because I've got all of my bracelets in my selenite bowl. All right. So stop sharing.